Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Dr. Jan Fortman with the Relationship Matters TV show. Well, last episode, I did an encore of my 80th birthday because I was out celebrating my birthday. And I forgot to put pictures. Well, they're all on Facebook, but I meant to put some pictures here on the show. It was my 83rd birthday. And I had a wonderful weekend. I am going to celebrate the whole month of December. But I went out with my husband on the birthday and my goddaughter and her boyfriend to I guess you would call it's called RASP, RASP, with the singer, songwriter, band leader, Rhonda Brown. And they sang happy birthday to me. And a woman that I had just met there gave me some flowers. Oh my God, I felt so good. And then the next night, I went out to see Mavis Staples. She's 85 years old. It was her birthday. And if you have a chance, young people, and I know older people know who she is, you need to just check her out. She's still really good. Then Saturday night, I went out to a steakhouse and ate a whole lot of food. So then now I'm working out to work all that food out. Speaking of food, oh my God, who do I have on today? I've got to tell you all about this young lady. Because I don't want to talk a whole lot about me. I want to tell you all about this young lady. I want you to get ready to be inspired. My guest is a true culinary visionary and a master chocolatier. I don't think there are that many chocolatiers in the world, but she's a master chocolatier. Her name is Lori Adams, and she is affectionately known as SHUGA. Not sugar, SHUGA. SHUGA. Not only is she a talented chef, but she also has a passion for mentoring others in the art of chocolate making. I want to know how to make chocolate. In 2012, Lori made a bold leap into the retail world, launching her exquisite truffles at prestigious locations around the world. With her creations captivating taste bulbs, including mine, around the world, around the globe, Lori has traveled extensively, showcasing her luxurious chocolates to audiences everywhere. And I want you to join me in welcoming the incredible Lori Adams, or better known as SHUGA. Now, I thought that I could demonstrate eating her chocolate truffles, but I ate them all.
Oh.
Hello, Lori.
Hi, how are you? Hello, everyone. How are you?
I am just great. And wait a minute, I'm gonna tell everybody, since you're on the show,
Uh-huh.
I do want some truffles.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. I got
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Maxine who says,
Hi.
hello, everyone.
Hi, Maxine. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
So, Laurie,
Yes.
you know, we all love chocolate. All ladies,
Mm.
I don't know if there are any ladies who don't love chocolate. But what I do want to say, I want to ask you. Now, you are a chef also. So,
Correct.
what made you? What did you do before you became a chef?
Oh, Janice, thank you so much. It's an interesting story. I got into this industry just kind of by default. So I was laid off in 2006. I was doing corporate staffing, and I was laid off and watching TV, pulled down my 401k, and I was just kind of down and out. I wasn't working, and I was watching food shows. So prior to that, too, I had like a cooking club at my home, and I would cook dishes at my home and um, create things at home because I really wasn't working. So after that, I started watching cooking shows, and at the time DVDs of different cooking shows. And I just ended up just being drawn to cooking. It's not like, I had Big Mama cooking in the kitchen or anything like that. So I was just kind of like internally inspired. So after a while, I've been talking about opening up a coffee shop. And one of my girlfriends said, well, you've been cooking. Um, why don't you cater for a friend of mine? It's about 40 people. Go ahead and cater. Your food is delicious. Go ahead and cater. I was like, okay. I catered a baby shower. Um, and I borrowed chafing dishes, beautiful chafing dishes. A friend of mine was a caterer, and I had my sister help me, and we catered. Like I just did a spread, and everybody just loved the food. And from that point on, word was out, and I just started catering. So I'm very, naive about business, but I'm naturally a creative. So I was creating dishes and figuring it out. Um, because all of a sudden there was a demand for my food. So that's how I started. So
Well,
I
you
ended
know
up
what?
getting my food service and sanitation licensing and all of the things that were needed as I moved through the process. And Sugar Please just came about. So yeah, I started catering before I started the chocolate.
So, how did you come up with the name Sugar Please?
Oh my goodness. You know what? And I was trying to think of a name. Like I made business cards that same month. And I was trying to think of a name, and I was like, what about Sugar Please? Like sweet service, Sugar Please. And so that's how I came up with the name. Literally sitting on my couch trying to figure out a real catchy name. And I wanted to spell it kind of uniquely, kind of, a little ethnic. And so that's how I came up with the name. I was just coming. And it seemed pretty catchy for everybody. So
Okay.
that's literally how I came up with the name.
Well, I can attest to your catering
Oh my God.
because for my 80th birthday party, I had you as
Yes.
my caterer. And people, let me say what happened.
Oh my
Okay, I think I had maybe about 150 people there.
Yes, I
And
remember.
so I didn't get any food. And let me tell you why. People, first of all, they go up, they get in line, they get their food. But they started going back for second and third helpings. And when I went to sit down to eat, it was like, well, where's my food? Oh my God. And now we have some people on here. She says Sugar's food is amazing. That's
Oh, thank
from
you.
Vernetta Renee. So it's just not me, people. And then um, Sonia says, I love Lori. She is so gifted, stepping out
Thank
on
you.
faith in her business. And
Thank
then
you.
Vanetta Renee is sending love.
Oh, thank you. Thank
And Max
you.
says, hey, goddaughter Lori. She's an honorary
Oh,
goddaughter. Okay. And so Lori, so you do catering and then what made you decide to go into truffles first of all? So is that your signature? Is it
truffles are my
truffles?
signature. That
Okay.
is gourmet truffles made to mimic your favorite cake or pie. And it's funny that my cousin is one of the Vernetta that got on there. So I was invited because of the name. It sounds like somebody that works with sweets, right? At the time, I wasn't working with sweets. I was just catering. But a gentleman called me. He said, "Hey, we're having a chocolate event at the House of Blues. It's free. Do you want to be a part of it?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, well, what are you going to make?" And I was thinking, I'm like, well, I like truffles. Maybe I'll make truffles. So uh, I made truffles. I followed a recipe. And then I kind of started the first group of them. I just made them. I went to this beautiful chocolate event. There's chocolatiers from everywhere.
Did you check the I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I
That's
accidentally did that. I meant to wait, I meant to take me off. But go ahead. I'm so sorry.
no, yeah.
Look, I'm
So
so excited
me,
because I'm going to get some truffles.
me and Bernetta went down to House of Blues. I showcased my truffles. At the time, I hazelnut, white chocolate. That was the first time I ever made a truffle. But everybody they went off of the table. And after that, um, I I started, boxing and really working on my craft. And for me, it was a lot of at the time catering and uh, making chocolate. That was kind of therapy for me. So that was kind of my quiet place and a place for me to reflect, be quiet. It's very intricate and detailed. So I kept studying on how to temper chocolate. Eventually, I would roll them by hand. So eventually, I got silicone molds to make them and started investing more into the chocolate aspect of the business. So that's how it started. So someone just asked me, you, I just said yes. So, sometimes you can just say yes and then work your way up, work your
Say
way
yes,
from yes,
say yes,
So
and get ready.
yeah, say yes and then do it. Yeah, get ready because I'd never made a truffle in my life.
Really?
Never, never,
Wow.
never played with chocolate. No. And then there was kind of like an online course. I never, no, no. I
Wow.
just, I just enjoyed eating them. That's it. But
So,
I did like there, it's detailed and intricate. Use tweezers, and so it takes a lot of work. So during that time, that was kind of like my space to kind of think, slow down, and do what I do. So that's how I ended up doing it. Everything just happened, just in God's time. If I can say anything, God's timing is just perfect. And whatever gifts you have, they'll come out even when it's time, you know. So
wow. You know, so it- now do you go places to find, where they make chocolate? Because it would seem to me you just can't have like an online course to make chocolate. Have you gone places to see how chocolate is made?
I have. I was scheduled to some time ago take a course in Costa Rica in chocolate, but I did do when I went to Peru. I did do a chocolate making course there, but that was just, I mean, that was kind of after the fact. So I was really kind of exploring and studying myself. So I'm just kind of self study when it comes to things like that, which is the best. I mean, when you're inspired to do something, self study and figure it out. So yeah, I
Hmm.
did travel and went to do something when I was in Peru the first time, I think. Yeah.
Now I heard that you make port infused chocolate truffles. Now, port, are we talking about port wine?
We are talking about port wine.
So, what made you decide to do that? And do you infuse your chocolates with any other kind of liquor?
I do. So all of the truffles are made to mimic your favorite cake or pie. So I kind of had this idea that we'd have German chocolate truffles, red velvet, key lime, and all of the like southern favorite pies and cakes, and have those truffles mimic that flavor. So then as I started making truffles, I kind of expanded to exploring liqueurs and um, in that process, I was doing tequila, and then I was doing chocolate liqueurs and Baileys and different things, and so it's about 20 of them that I was doing. Based on what people are looking for and what they're
Mhm.
kind of excited about. And I think the port wine was just inspired by a recent trip to Portugal, because port
Oh,
wine is always already, thick and sweet. It's a dessert wine. So when I after I went and I did some chocolate making there, I said, "Oh my God, we got to put this port wine in here. We got to do that." So yeah, so they're all pretty natural. I try to, when I do like a key lime or a lemon. We use fresh lemons, the husk. We use everything, and not too much alcohol from flavoring. So I try not to do that, but actual lemon juice and all of everything about it. So
and
yeah,
Bernetta said, God is the best of planners.
yes, that's the cliche. I was like,
Okay,
yes. So yeah,
okay.
it is, and yeah, there have been so many people along the way that have inspired and stuck by me through the process.
So
So,
here, the question came in,
okay,
and the question is a text came in. What is your best chocolate story?
let me see. Best chocolate story. I can.
Did somebody just have a fit over your chocolates?
Oh, I was thinking of the times that like I messed up.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I,
is that wait a minute. How can you mess up chocolate?
oh, you can mess up. Um, Best chocolate story. I mean, usually it's some pretty good, feedback. I think one time I had a pretty large order, so it may have been over 100 or so. And at the time, I was rolling them by hand, right? Gloves, just roll, and I didn't have those, these silicone molds that roll like 40 or so at a time. And I think I had, my team, I think we lost some. Somewhere or another, we lost about 50 of them. And it was supposed to be like 100 or so. So, I mean, that's, that's what happens in business. There are some things that will happen and you just have to get things back together. But it's usually been pretty good feedback. I try to find out if people have allergies and what they can and cannot, lactose intolerant. I've been working on
Mm,
a vegan truffle, but it's a little tricky. I mean, they have them out there, but it can be a little tricky with that. Hmm.
wow,
Hmm.
wow. I'm going to take a quick break,
Okay.
and when I come back, people, if you got some comments or some questions,
Okay.
because we want to, I know that Christmas is coming,
Yes.
and I Mother's Day, Father's Day, and I do know that you create gifts, like gift boxes, and with chocolates. So, and I just want you to describe. I know there are people, men who smoke cigars and women. So I want you to describe when we come back, like if you were creating a chocolate box or gift box for
Hmm.
someone with like cigars, what would you put in it? If they like football, what would you put in it? Um, and oh, wait a minute. Bernetta said, and the cigar boxes. Yes, Bernetta, that's what I said. And so I just want to know what goes into it, how you are inspired, and we're going to get into more of that. Plus the fact, people, I also know that you are planning a culinary course to teach
Oh,
people how to be a caterer. So we're going to come back. My mouth is watering. You know what?
Uh-oh.
If I hadn't
I
been,
already know. I already know what I need to do.
if I hadn't been, like I could have at least saved one and ate it on the show, or just
I don't
put it. But
know.
I'm sorry,
That's okay. That's okay. That's
but
okay.
I ate them all. So don't go anywhere, Lori.
Okay.
Okay. So we will be right back in just a few minutes. I don't want you all to go anywhere, you chocolate lovers. And look, um, if you know some chocolate lovers, they need to be on this show right now. So we shall be right back with just in just a few minutes. All righty. All right, we are back. As you know, the name of the show is the Relationship Matters TV Code Show, Jesus. And I am a relationship communications coach. My passion is helping adult daughters and their moms navigate the challenges in that relationship. Now, if you would like to have a conversation with me, a half an hour free discovery call or conversational call, just to see if I can be of assistance in helping you navigate the challenges in that relationship, all you need to do is get in contact with me at Dr. Jan Dr. Janice Fortman. I will put the something happening here with this internet, but I will put my contact information in, and we can just have a conversation. All righty. So, Lori, we
Yes.
are back. Now, what I want to know is I know you make gift boxes. How are you inspired? And let's say if there is a person that likes cigars and you make
Hmm.
a a box for them, what would you put in it?
So I do have some cigar boxes. I got inspired with doing the gift boxes and cigar boxes. I think I was actually in a cigar shop, and I think I was trying to think of a Father's Day gift. So all I could think of was cognac and cigars. Um, so uh, in a typical gift box for like a Father's Day or Christmas, it would be a cigar, an actual cigar box. I usually try and line it with velvet, and then I kind of find out what the client's looking for. So one of the things I focus on is custom, and really talking to my customers about what they're looking for their gift or for themselves. So I think that's one thing that Sugar Please is just known for, is really focus, honing in on what the really the needs are. So a cigar box, one of them may contain two nubs, a miniature cognac or whatever liqueur or liquor of that person's choice, um, uh, two truffles, for a man. I'll probably include a shot glass. For a woman, kind of same thing, depending on what they're interested in. The same thing. And sometimes women smoke cigars. We know that. So, I kind of custom make boxes. I did a box before with some self care items in them. And I usually contract with uh, a a friend of mine who does body care and put some body care products in the box. So, I really try to customize boxes for people for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, special events, anything goes.
Wow. So Maxine says her guy
Oh,
really, you made her a cigar box. Well, her guy you made for Father's Day, and
oh,
she says
okay.
2 weeks later he was still talking about your trouble.
I'm
Wow.
glad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Now,
you.
one thing I read in your bio
Hmm.
about you mentoring young people, not just young people, because probably I
Uh,
don't know. You mentor them in the art of making chocolates. Is that a passion of yours?
the mentoring is kind of what I was running across in recent years were potential caterers or chefs who were interested in starting their own catering business.
Okay.
So some of them would talk about, I really want to cater, but I'm not sure what to do. I'm cooking out of my kitchen. Someone asks for a plate, and or they're selling plates or food weekly, and so, but they really would like to be in the position to cater. So, and just in talking with people at various events, like wine divas and such, I had a chance to really talk to people about how I started, which was on a pretty modest budget, and some of the things that really helped me along the way when you're trying to start a catering business specifically.
Mhm.
What do you do? How do you get a kitchen? How do you get a support team? Who's going to serve if you've got over 200 people? How do you pay them? And so I started talking about things that were passionate to me at the time that I learned along the way. So that's the mentoring part. It's not specifically for chocolate. That's a whole nother category. But it is something that I definitely want to start teaching, because it takes a lot of skill, and I'm pretty, for the most part, self-taught. So a lot of my understanding is practical, and so yeah, that's kind of the conversations that I've started to have with people.
So, so let's say I know how to cook,
Uh-huh.
which maybe I do a little,
Yeah.
and okay, and people say to me, you need to open up a restaurant or you need to cater and just give me just a little, like you said, and I don't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Does it take a lot of money to start your catering business?
It just really takes a lot of vision.
Okay.
It takes a lot of vision, and it takes kind of knowing your niche and knowing how you're going to use that in your business. What is your focus going to be? What inspires you? Do you just want to do maybe lunch meals for people? Do you maybe you want to get a contract, um I don't know, at Boys and Girls Club where you're doing it. What is it that inspires you when you to cater, not just to cook, because cooking is one thing, catering is service. So, you have to find out how you can cultivate that niche into how you see yourself. Do you see yourself doing, smaller groups? You see yourself being going to a customer's home and setting up and making things beautiful? Or would you rather cater, for other kind of giant events and contract like that? So, it's finding out really what inspires you when you say, I want to cater, and it can't be, well, oh, I just want to make money. You have to go beyond that. And because you have to be inspired. You can't
Okay.
and have their passion.
So
So no,
first
you
of all,
don't
you
have to
have to.
have a lot of money, but you
Oh,
do have to have a vision, and that vision should include however much money you'd like to make in that
okay.
year,
Okay.
in the 5 years. Yes, that it should include some of that. Hmm.
So the first thing you would do is know your niche.
Correct.
In other words, you just can't be like, oh, I can cook good and I can cook everything and I can cater for anybody, everybody, any whatever, rather
Right.
than be broad, but like niche. Now, I liked what you said, and I've seen that in places where people just cater for, let's say, a couple, and they're having a romantic dinner, and they
Right.
cater for that. And then, of course, they're like, you go to a big, huge celebration or organization or whatever, and
Hmm.
then there's a caterer for that. I
Hmm.
never thought, I always thought that, I didn't think that you should niche. But in most businesses, you are exactly right. In most businesses, you should have a niche and just think you can't serve everybody.
Well,
Because,
yeah, and then you have to find out, like, there are things I have to contract out. So when I was catering for larger venues, or like if you're going to contract with a venue or something, uh, I already know I don't bake cakes. I'm a chocolatier. That's a different category. So if I don't bake cakes, I had a Thanksgiving menu. They wanted a cake. I contract and get a cake, right? So, and I stay in my lane because I don't try to bake a cake if I'm a chocolatier. So,
right.
and usually people that are kind of into chocolate and chocolatier, sometimes a different demographic, but yeah, really finding out what is it that I like to do. Do I like
Okay.
just home Southern food, or what is it that I like? And
Okay.
I kind of stay, my menu is specific, and I can go outside it a little bit, but not too much. And then don't be afraid to say, this is what I do,
Okay.
and you don't have to say I contract whatever out, but this is what I do. And so your customers that
Okay.
are interested in you will come to you for that.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So Maxine says your niche is truffles.
Yeah, thank you, Maxine. It's one of them. It is one of them. It's time consuming, but it feels good. It does. It feels good. It feels good.
Well, now a chocolatier. Are there are there a lot of chocolatiers? I when I first heard, I knew you were a caterer,
Hmm.
and I knew that from and your good food. People, you just don't know that her food is so good. But anyway, uh, just to get a little bit away from your, oh, Vanetta says everything this young lady make is great.
Oh,
That's
they're
good.
so nice. Thank you.
But you have something special that you made that I had never heard of, just to get a little bit off of chocolate. And it's called soul rolls. I
Hmm.
had never heard of soul rolls. Was that something that you created yourself?
I think I was inspired. There's a place in the city. and they used to have these kind of egg rolls, and the egg rolls had maybe carrots and maybe some type of Swiss chard or some type of green in it. Um, and I mean, this was years ago before I was even thinking about catering. They were so good. And I don't know what they called them. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they called them soul rolls, but they were some kind of roll. And so when I was developing my menu, because I think I started out making meatballs and teriyaki chicken wings, and I developed this. I wanted to make this collard green and smoked turkey, but I wanted it to be a tamale and
Wow.
not an egg roll wrap paper. So um, I that's what you're talking about. The soul roll is a tamale. Um, and there are so many, I've seen so many restaurants that have soul roll.
Really?
So, but everybody has their version of it. My version is collard greens and smoked turkey with Chihuahua cheese in masa. So it's an actual tamale in the corn husk, all of that. So um, that is one of my signature dishes, and it's served with a oh my god, chipotle raspberry chipotle dipping sauce. So
Wait a minute.
it's a yeah.
Raspberry
Uh,
chipotle dipping sauce. Can I get that at the store?
maybe so. I've seen some
But you make it
I
yourself.
don't know, but I make it from scratch. But I mean, I don't.
Oh, okay.
They have so many things out, but yeah, I make it from scratch. But that particular
You might have to
item,
bottle that.
I might. I
Wow.
might. Yeah, so it's that's one of, and I was inspired years before I started catering with that dish and I called it the soul roll, and I actually didn't know how to make a tamale. I had a and that's why it's always you never know who you're going to learn from, who's God's going to put in your life. There was a Mexican lady, an older woman, and they taught me how to make a tamale.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was very hard at first. But yeah, they were teaching me how to make it,
Okay.
something that culture makes, during the holiday. And she's teaching me how to roll and just do it. And I just kept practicing to make it. So now I just make tamales. But yeah, someone taught me how to do that. And
Wow.
then I figured it out. But yeah, so that's
Now,
kind of how that started.
okay, so another question came in. What is your future vision of sugar, please?
Oh my goodness, a sugar, please. So now, then we touched on it a little bit. I'm wanting to really continue mentoring and teaching, mentoring in a structured way. So I'm looking to do a first webinar. And starting an online academy to teach restaurateurs, entrepreneurs, aspiring chefs um, how to start their own business on catering business on a modest budget and what that looks like. And so that's kind of that'll be an extension of Sugar Please. Currently, I really want to, with the catering aspect for myself, I kind of want to do smaller events um, and maybe do um, events for couples and expand my business too internationally for the chocolate. So that's part of my vision. Yeah.
Wow, that would be
So,
great. I
yeah.
do know someone who I let's see, they do a lot of international events, and I do remember when you talked about your truffles
Oh, yeah.
and you gave them a sample and how
Yes.
crazy they were about your
Yeah.
truffles.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
my vision for you, because you know number one, like I said, you're the first chocolatier that I've ever met. And I've experienced different caterers where it's like the food is just ordinary, you know. Uh, but actually, you were the first one who I thought your food was really unique in
Oh.
I mean, and tasty. And I'm really particular. Plus the fact I'm lactose intolerant. Anytime I can eat a chocolate truffle, you know, like I'm like
I
extremely
know.
excited.
You better
And
pop a pill.
yeah, right. If I don't have to pop a pill and I
Right.
can eat a chocolate truffle, please.
Yeah.
But and I wanted to have you on my show because to me, I just see what you do, how you do it, and your passion for it. It's something that people need to know about you. I know that you are known worldwide, but I know that it's just a lot of bigger things for you. So I want to let people to know how they can reach you. So I have your email here. So if people want to talk to you or enroll in your course that's coming up, I know they can go to Sugar Please, and I'm going to spell it out because not only is this a video, but it's also some people just go hear this here, tune into Relationship Matters TV,
Right.
just audio only. So
Mm-hmm.
spell it for them.
It is sugaplease at Gmail. SHUGA, like sugar. And then please with two E's, PLEEZ at Gmail. Or you can go to the website is sugaplease, spelled the same way, .com. And they'll at the bottom, you can put in an inquiry for anything, for the course, or for the webinar, for request, anything. And I'm always available to check that email and find out what it is that you need. So yeah, sugaplease at Gmail and sugaplease.com. That's on there.
Yeah. SHUGAPLEEZ at gmail.com or sugarplease.com.
Correct. Correct. You can go
So
on
now
either.
this is what I want to know.
Okay.
When am I going to get some truffles?
Yeah, right. I knew that was next. I
When
should be
am I
doing
going to get
something.
some truffles? And wait a minute. Earlier you said that you infuse liqueurs, and I like tequila. So therefore, I am requesting tequila infused truffles. Now, I got to ask a question. I know people say, you're being really selfish. Well, yes, I am. Can you do tequila infused truffles and hazelnut? Can you mix that together? No, that doesn't sound right.
The tequila
Am I making you
infused.
cough?
No, no, no.
Because of
The tequila infused, I think I could put like some hazelnut, crushed hazelnut on top of the truff on the shell.
oh
And then just because what's infused is the ganache, the inside part of the chocolate, which is the whipped cream and the white chocolate. Usually with tequila, I use white chocolate. And I could always put nuts on the top, like with the pistachio. So, yeah, that can be done. Anything can be done. So that's
wow.
kind of why we like to do custom orders and things that you can think of that you may enjoy. We want to try and really accommodate you in that way and
Okay.
be, yes, special for that. Sorry.
And do you ship worldwide?
Currently, I'm shipping just domestically.
Okay.
So currently, I'm domestically. We'll get there.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll get there soon. But yeah, currently domestically.
So
Yes.
there any one thing that you would like to leave with this audience? Now remember, I can say this to you, you might be inundated and overwhelmed because My last analytics for October, and I don't have them for November. I have to put
Uh-huh.
them for November, was over 88,000 views. So now,
Uh-oh. Well,
oh,
I
wait a
welcome.
minute. Oh, wait, hold on here. Oh my God. Maxine says, Sugar Please is already booked for my birthday party on June 21, 25. Oh, well,
She's stating her
congratulations.
claim. Yeah, yeah, she's stating she is on the books. She
Well,
is on the books.
congratulations, Lori.
Yeah, she's on the books for that.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's
Okay, people,
awesome.
you see what's happening. And I'm so is there one thing that you would just like to leave with the audience?
You know what? Um, just whatever it is, whatever goal you have, stay in there. I catered for since 2008. I did, uh, do other things along the way, but I still stay true to that aspect because that was really my passion. So, whatever it is you're even thinking about, even if it's like a thought, all this was I want to open a I wanted to open a coffee shop for starving artists, and it turned into a catering business. So what I had envisioned, God said, no, we're gonna do it this way, right? So whatever it is, just stay with it and don't be afraid to just be who you are in your business. You don't have to, conform. And said, don't be conformed to this world, be transformed. And
All right.
so do what it is that you want to do to be authentic in your business. And don't be afraid. Whatever, so what? So not a whole lot of black chocolatiers, but there are some.
Okay.
There are. Yeah.
But
So
there's only
and
one
start
master.
talking,
Wait a
start
minute. What? There's only one black
master.
master chocolatier, and that's L'Oreal.
And start talking to other people in your industry. Start having, I talk to people. I actually, where I bought my chocolate, I talked to her about what's the best domestic chocolate, what is the best for quality. So, and she sold me Cakewalk Chicago. Cakewalk Chicago. She was really instrumental, I also have a kind of a videographer and um uh Sonia Franklin. She's part of helping in that piece. So yeah,
So get a team.
get a team
Okay.
and get a team no matter, somebody on your side that no matter what, when things are up or when they're down or in between, get somebody that's going to support and love you beyond your faults and beyond that. So that's what I would leave with you.
Thank you,
Just
Lori.
go for it. Don't stop. Do not.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you
You.
so much for being on Relationship Matters TV. So, today was all about relationship with your food.
Right. It was about relationship with your food, with
Yes,
your plate.
yes. The relationship with chocolate.
Right. Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so
There are
thank
all
you.
kinds of relationships.
That's
This
true.
one was with food.
That's
Yes.
right. Thank
No,
you
it was a
so much.
pleasure. You've always supported my business and some of my visions. So I really appreciate this show is awesome.
Oh,
All the
thank
time.
you.
All the time. So
Thank you, Lori. Thank you.
yes.
You have a beautiful, blessed rest of your evening. And uh, uh, so go get the tequila, whatever it is,
Go get the tequila
and
with
the
the
hazelnut
chocolate or just
and,
with the
and whatever,
chocolate or just the tequila.
because I'll be looking for my truffle.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Will
You have a
do.
beautiful, blessed rest of your
You
evening.
too. Thank you, everyone.
All righty.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, this was amazing. And I'm telling you about the truffles. You saw what Maxine already booked her people. You best get on her calendar for her truffles. They are amazing. Or just for to have her to cater. So I didn't get I got so excited about truffles that I didn't get a chance to really talk to you about my service, which is relationship communication coaching. And if you have an organization or in an organization, if you're having a conference coming, or if you need relationship coaching yourself, please get in contact with me. And you can reach me at, now, where is my stuff here? That's what happens when you get chocolate on your mind. You can reach me at Jan for now 125 at gmail.com. That's JAN, the number 4, NOW 125 at gmail.com. And as I said, people ask me, why do you say Jan for now? That's because when I decided to do my Gmail, I couldn't think of anything. So I thought, okay, for right now, I'll do Jan for now. And my birthday is December 5th. Easy for me to remember. So if you would like to get in contact with me, and if you know someone who you feel I can help, please don't hesitate to email me at janfornow125 at gmail.com. And if you have someone who you feel would be a great guest for Relationship Matters TV, just have you email me or have them to email me at relationshipmatterstv at gmail.com. So I want to thank you for tuning in, for watching, for listening in on Relationship Matters TV. And I just really, really, really do want to thank all of my viewers. I love you. And I'm playing this again. I'm celebrating you because you do make a difference. So everyone have a beautiful, blessed morning, afternoon, wherever you are, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And remember, life is about relationships, and there are all kinds of relationship matters. So nurture your relationships. All righty. See you again next week on Relationship Matters TV. Bye bye.